Hola amigos, my name is Eddie G and you are watching P.O.V. on Me Too News, a series in which I take a topic in the news and I give it the Eddie G 1, 2, 3. Today we talk about
Are Latinos divided on immigration?
You know what, instead of going on a rant about it, why don't I let Paul Rodriguez answer this one?
Why are we so divided in this country as to what to do about this problem?
I don't think we are divided.
What?
If we accept these children and we don't repatriate them, it's only going to send out a clear signal to everyone in Latin America that if you get to America, you will stay here. And then if you think those numbers are big now...
People may be surprised to hear that coming from someone who is an immigrant.
Whoa, stop the tape, stop! Is this some kind of prank or something? You're telling me this guy wants to send the kids back?
Estoy en Tijuana, Javier!
Jesús está en Tijuana. Madre Santa.
Is this some kind of joke? Wait a minute. That's Paul Rodriguez. He hasn't been funny in years. First of all, what kind of network has a comedian come on a talk show to talk intelligently on immigration? I mean, if your standard of comedy is that, you should have just invited me. He wasn't even funny. I wonder what the selection process was like. All right, let's see. What do we have here? Let's see. We have an old man. We have a white woman. And it looks like a priest who cheated on the Lord with a woman. He's gonna have a hell of a time explaining that one. Wasn't me. Alright, but we're missing something, aren't we? What about a Mexican-American comedian to lighten up things a bit? Like George Lopez? Nah, too expensive. What about Javier? You know, the guy that, he played, the illegal immigrant in that movie, Born in East LA. That's right! Man, let's call that guy. He hasn't done anything in a while. Are you serious, Paul Rodriguez? You really don't think we're divided as a nation? Bro, have you been outside? Even amongst Latinos, we're divided. You're telling me your tíos and your primos agree with you? I see, me dan papeles and all of a sudden, it's too crowded in the United States. I think that what shocked most people was that they were expecting a liberal or something. But when Paul Rodriguez came out and he was like, send them all back, Don Lemon and a bunch of Latinos were like, what? I know that's not Don Lemon, but I couldn't find a picture of him looking shocked. Now let me tell you my POV. To be honest, it didn't shock me that much. What? That's because over the past few weeks, I've seen a lot of my fans take positions on the issue of immigration that I don't necessarily agree with. And definitely some that I wasn't expecting. Take this statement for instance. They did not grow up with the same morals and values that most of us have. I would not want to see my loved ones catching a disease, murdered, or raped. This is not a blessing to our country, but an infestation and a plague in itself. Here's the ironic part. This was coming from a Latina. Damn, girl, why are you mad? Wait, it gets better. Who happens to be a lesbian. I've basically heard the same thing being said about gays. Why do you make these general assumptions about people? That is an ignorant statement. Disease? Murder? Rape? They're kids. Okay, I know what you guys are thinking. It's not just the kids, man. It's the criminals. And I'll give you that. We have a porous border. People can get in and out, but it's getting a hell of a lot harder. You know, these kids were caught at the border. Comments like these were replicated over and over again, only to be challenged by others who had a different opinion. It was then that I realized, you know, there are probably just as many opinions as there are people. Everyone has an opinion, and each person brings a different perspective. Contrary to popular belief, not all Latinos came to the United States the same way. Some hopped the fence, others swam across the river, some came as refugees, others came on a visa and never left. Some people came when they were very, very young and they've never known any other place. The United States is all they've ever known. Look, some people waited in line, some people are still waiting in line. Then there's the Latinos you haven't even considered. You know, the ones that were born here, they've been here. Some Latinos out there are Latinos in law, meaning they're married to a Latino, and they've had to deal with the immigration process from that perspective. The point is, Latinos are very diverse, and a lot of times this diversity creates a lot of division. But in diversity, there's also strength and opportunity for compromise. We have very many viewpoints and experiences to draw from. Paul doesn't represent all Latinos, but he voiced the opinion of a lot of them out there, and for that I have to give him respect. So Paul, yes, we are divided. The question is, how do we get back together? To be fair, Paul did bring up some interesting points.
Let's say we accept these children, we let them stay here in America, we give them good homes. What is this going to say to everybody else?
I don't know, that despite being divided, we still live by our principles? Just a thought. My name's Eddie G, you're watching P.O.V, and I'll see ya next Friday.